All right, today I'm going to show you another trade using the VIX, the Volatility Index, VIX. All right, this time I'm going to show you how to ladder into the trade so you can mitigate your risk and maximize your upside potential. Then at the end of the video, I'm going to show you a little twist to the trade so you can really make a lot more money from your account by maximizing your opportunity. All right, let's get started. All right, today we're going to start with the VIX, the VIX Volatility Index for the S&P 500 Index. All right, some of you might have already watched my VIX trading videos in the past, but this one's a little different. I'm going to show you how to ladder in to mitigate your risk and maximize your upside, okay? Let's just do a brief review of the VIX for those who are new to the channel, okay? The VIX is a volatility indicator, and what it does is it measures volatility as it's coming into the S&P 500. So the S&P 500, fear starts coming into the market, and the S&P starts to go down, what happens is the VIX will start to go up, right? As volatility increases, the VIX will increase. When volatility starts to leave the market and fear is starting to leave the market, the volatility index will go down, okay? The thing that's unique about the volatility index, and the reason I like to trade it, is because if you look at the history of it, when it goes up, even on a big spike, right? This was Trump tariff liberation day back in April 2025. Even on that big market crash, the VIX spiked, but it doesn't stay up very long, right? It just goes up, and relatively soon after it comes back down, right? It doesn't stay up here for long periods of time. So you know with relative confidence that if the VIX spikes, you can make a play on it and it's going to come down relatively soon. How do you know that? Because it's always done that. Look at the history of the VIX. It doesn't go up and stay up, right? It just doesn't stay up for long periods of time. We'll go all the way back to 2020 when a lot of fear came into the market, right? Even with all that panic and all that fear, the VIX only stayed up for a short period of time, relatively to the times, right? And then it came back down. Okay, so what do you do in that instant? Well, what I like to do is trade the SPY, because the SPY is in a direct inverse relationship with the VIX, right? When volatility comes into the SPY, that's what spikes the VIX. It's directly spiking because institutions and large players are starting to buy put options on their S&P 500 holdings to protect themselves in the event of a downturn. So that means they are getting fearful. They're buying protection. That is volatility. That causes the VIX to spike, all right? The thing you need to know is that when the VIX spikes, the S&P goes down, right? And I'm going to show you the S&P 500 ETF right now. The SPY, SPY, right? This is 2020. And you can see what happened when the VIX was spiking, the S&P 500 was tanking, right? So you're taking advantage of that. As it's down here, that's when the VIX is at its high. You can buy in down here and then ride this big wave back up and make a lot of money. I'm going to show you how to do it right now on the VIX. Let's go back to the VIX. All right, some of my other videos, I showed you some different tactics you could do. And today I'm going to show you something a little bit different, all right? I'm not saying this is my favorite one, but it's probably the one I use the most, okay? It just gives me better risk management, and I'm a guy who likes risk management, right? I like to maximize my upside, but also mitigate my downside. So I'm always protecting myself and always trying to take advantage of what I can get out of the market without getting hurt, right? Very important. Losses are bad. They're hard to recoup, so you just try to avoid them. All right, moving on. What I like to do is I like to look at the VIX and say, okay, I'm going to set some parameters here. When it spikes, I'm going to buy it. I have some volatility money that I set aside. I have a volatility trading account. I got some stock volatility trades I'm going to put on the channel as well in the near future. But right now I'm showing you this trade, but I have a separate account for volatility trading, right? And what I like to do is I say, hey, I'm going to put a threshold. And when volatility gets to a certain point, I'm going to put some money in, right? And my first threshold is 25. All right. So at 25, when the VIX goes to 25, I'm going to take, and I'm going to do what's called ladder in, right? I'm going to take about 15% of my volatility account, and I'm going to put it into the S&P 500 in some measure. I'm either going to buy the SPY directly, I'm going to buy an ETF that's leveraged, or I'm going to buy a LEAPS, or I'm going to do some type of play on the SPY. Maybe I just buy an ETF, the SPMO, or the SPYG, something that just has a higher beta than the SPY. But with some instrument, I'm going to get into the SPY when the VIX hits 25 with my volatility account, right? And then I'm going to wait. And if the VIX comes back down, then I'm going to sell that position, take my profit, and be happy, and move on with my trading day and look for other opportunities, right? Then I'm going to wait, okay? And let's just say I wait some more. The VIX goes up to 25, I buy again. right? The VIX comes down, I sell, and I make profit. All right, now keep in mind, this is the VIX. So when it goes up, the SPY is going down, right? So the VIX goes up, I buy the SPY at the bottom of this little mini dip, and then when it comes back down, I'm selling it for a profit, all right? It's like a swing trade. Very simple trade, very consistent, very profitable, right? Very high win rate. It's always wins. It's 100% win rate. All you have to do is wait, right? No matter where you buy the SPY, if you wait long enough, it comes back to where you bought it and it goes higher. It always has for the history of the index. It's always hit new highs at some point in the future. So this is a 100% win rate if you have the patience to wait this out and do it properly, okay? So you buy it here, you wait for the VIX to come down, you sell the SPY, and you take your profit, right? Now, what happens when it comes here? Well, I'm going to go and say, okay, it broke above the 25. I put in my 15% position in the SPY. Well, now I'm going to look to get more. Right now I have another threshold at 30. When 30 comes around, I'm going to put another 15% in, right? So now I'm 30% in, right? Well, now I have another threshold. When it goes up to 35, I buy another 15%. Now I'm 45% in, right? And then I have another threshold. Now I go up to 45. Okay, and you can adjust these to your comfort level, right? You might say, oh, hey, why just skip 40? Because I got money in right here, and now I'm going to put more in as it goes up here, right? So I'm going to keep laddering in. So all these purchases, all these trades are going to be profitable trades. It's just the market is giving me more opportunity as the days go on. So I'm keeping some of my capital readily available so I can take advantage of it. And believe it or not, when the Trump tariff market crash came out, I did get some SPY positions when the VIX was way up here, and I made a lot of money, okay? And how did I do that? Well, I just kept holding out. And as it went lower and lower, I would buy more and more SPY. Now, you could put these any way you want. I'm not saying this is the way you have to do it. I'm just showing you the basic strategy mechanics, okay? But once you get into this position, now all you have to do is wait. So you got in here, you got in here, you got in here, 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 and here. Now you just wait for the VIX to come back down. How do you know the VIX is going to come back down? It always has, right? It never stays high. We've already verified that. So you're getting in. This is pretty much a 100% win trade. You're going to get in all the way up here. Sure, you're waiting all this time on this trade. It's becoming a loser, right? A bigger loser. You're buying this one now, it's going down. You're buying this one, it's going down. Well, it's a dollar cost averaging type of play. You're laddering into your position, right? And you know it's going to swing back hard the other way. How do you know that? The history is telling you that. Look at the VIX. That's what it does. It swings back the other way. So now you're all the way in here. The market reverses when this volatility crush comes in, right? And the volatility comes back to normal. You sell out over here and you take your huge profits. Extremely profitable play if you do it right. Now, the bad part is these opportunities don't come around very often, right? I know some people, believe it or not, some very, very wealthy people, much wealthier than me. This is the only play they make. They don't do anything except for wait for this type of opportunity. And when this opportunity comes, they take massive advantage of it in a lot of ways. Okay, I'm not going to go over all the details with it, okay, but there's a lot of ways you can do it. I have a course. You want to download my course and follow how I trade. I use volatility indicators as I get in and out of the market to make a lot of money as well. Okay, if you want to download my course, it's at the top of the description. I also have a membership you can join, and I'll go over my trades with you on a regular basis, letting you know what I'm doing so you can follow along, so to speak, in your own way with your own tool set and your own skills. But you'll have the basic mechanics, okay? But just looking at this, looking at the history of the VIX and the S&P 500, you can make a lot of money very easily if you have the patience and you have the mindset and the discipline to execute something like this, all right? Now I'm going to show you a twist where you can make a lot of money off of this situation, even if you don't have a volatility trading account, okay? And all you do is you open a brokerage margin account with your broker. You may already have one, and most people who do have one, they learn to abuse it rather than use it. So if you do open it, make sure you learn to use it. Do not abuse it, okay? And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. You do this exact same laddering technique on your margin account, okay? But you stagger it in a manner to where the maximum you're ever going to be in on margin is 50% of your available margin. So if you just have a $100,000 account, that means you have $100,000 in margin available. You only ladder in up to $50,000. Okay, you never go in more than that. And that gives you a cushion. If the market goes down further than that, you have a cushion to bail you out. You're not going to go and get called out and get a margin call and get hurt. You're always going to have safe and protection. Now, if you do that, you're going to have to pay interest on your margin. Okay, that's just the reality of life. However, that margin is not going to be paid very long, right? You're only going to pay it for maybe a month or two at the very most likely just for a few weeks before this thing swings back and you sell it and take all that profit, right? Very powerful trade. You can use it on your own with your own cash. You can use it against 50% of your margin. That's the key. Don't use your whole margin. Don't get greedy. I just made a video the other day about people getting greedy. Don't get greedy. Remember, just be smart. Take advantage of what the market's given to you. It gives us so much opportunity on a regular basis. You just have to know how to extract the money from it, right? Download my guide, follow along, join my club, make a lot of money. There's a lot out there. Here's an easy way to do it. Thanks for tuning in.